okay, so this is something I didn't talk about Battlefield because I forgot, but like playing a first-person shooter like Battlefield, I played Battlefield a lot. I played 1942, played Vietnam, all those, right? I can feel it, and it's bad. I'm old.
Yep.
It's so
those parts don't react as quickly as they used to anymore.
Obvious.
Takes a long
because
time.
I can see the guy, and I know what to do, and I'm dead before I could do it, and I know I used to be able to, and it's a bummer. It's a fucking bummer.
Yep. So
Liam, you're right there. You're right about to start deteriorating.
Liam's still within
playing the campaign.
He's still within the range.
Best way to play.
He's still within the range of his peak youth.
His human
play,
peak.
But like even Justin Wong was like, I was at my best at 17.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck, man. If he's saying that shit, we're all hopeless.
And then I shot the guy, and then my dick went flaccid. And I was like, oh no.
I used to like this.
Yeah. But that's it. No, so I'm going to be on PC.
That didn't used to happen.
And you can join us for the Skull God tutorials. Contact him now to learn how to play.
Shoot the guy before he shoots you.
Was he charged like $100 an hour?
No, he's going to fucking hate the fact that I did this. He's like, I just want to live a quiet life. And I'm like, no, Skull God, teach everybody. It's going to be great.
You don't want to live a quiet life with a fucking username like Skull God.
So we were playing, and like he hates when he uses Reaper because he doesn't. But when he does, and it's like playing the game, Skull God is like, you fucking edgelord. Everyone screenshot that shit and get it on Twitter. Expose his ass. Motherfucker, you picked the name. You deserve it.
He probably picked it when he was 9.
Oh, God.
Sounds like
you can never get away from that.
Everyone's got that embarrassing old Hotmail.
I remember when you were you had
Same one.
I remember when you had a nickname that you used in a lot of online games, and you were a young lad and didn't know any better, only to discover that your name was code for getting high.
Oh,
yeah, well, at least you're not the kid with vape in his username now.
But then guess what? When you look up Woolly on Urban Dictionary, that's also code for getting high.
Are you serious?
A Woolly is a blunt with a little bit of crack sprinkled into it.
Just like you. I don't know what that means.
Sweet.
Do you know what that means?
I assume that you're saying that I bring the mellow times, but also
you're full of crack.
The bad times.
But it's a trick. You're gonna get. Yeah, I don't know.
No, I don't.
Relaxing good times followed by exhilarating good times followed by bad times.
It's gonna be a good time, but you're gonna get more than you bargained for.
Hey,
the government put me amongst the black people to kill them all.
Hey, I have a question about doing hardcore drugs that maybe one of our listeners can answer.
Sure,
because I don't know about doing hardcore drugs. What is up with a drug not being good enough and then people having to put a different drug inside it? Is this the same mentality that leads to the fucking American nonsense of jamming jelly donuts into pizzas and fucking bullshit?
I don't know.
Weed's not enough. I need to jam crack into my weed.
Yeah, I guess if you just build up a tolerance, then you need to feel it more. Then you need to add.
And I mean, they do different
things.
things, so you get a combination.
You get a combo high. Yeah.
Oh look, I've laced my heroin with acid. That's a good one.
Well, look, when you're doing combos in Marvel, and eventually you realize that like you don't have enough meter. It would be
Marvel, wouldn't it?
You don't have enough meter to fucking get the kill, right? The one-hit kill. So you have to rely on some crazy tech. You have to put an infinite in there, maybe a DHC loop, and then you have just enough meter to call in both.
And let's go with a drug PSA while we're here. Wooly, you listen to the Bombcast every now and then.
Yeah, I do.
Did you listen to their discussion of synthetic weed?
How'd that go?
Don't do synthetic weed.
All right.
What is that?
I have a friend of mine who also works in a prison. Don't do synthetic weed.
Is it just plastic weed?
It is basically plastic weed filled with garbage, and it is.
That sounds awful.
What if
it is not good for you?
What if I did a ton of synthetic weed and then just down some Stree Overlord?
Okay,
right?
Yeah,
and then I was like, "Hey, baby, we're ready to go all night. Let's do it."
You're gonna die.
How fast?
I mean, at least it's not cigarettes.
How fast does the alien bust out of my chest at that point? Like, when do I get Kenshiro?
Is Street Overlord only notable because it has that goddamn art on it?
Street Overlord was initially notable because it has Ryu going to town on Chun-Li on the cover.
Angry like.
With his ass crack exposed. That was the initial reason.
Yeah.
But then when people discovered that it also kills you dead, it then became popular for its own reasons.
You know what I love about aphrodisiacs? Every time someone's like, hey, check out this aphrodisiac, you type it into Google, and you're like, oh, that doesn't improve nothing. It just kills you.
Yes.
It just kills you.
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
Can't return that.
Don't do it, folks. Or do it super hard.
Do it so hard but before you do, please delete this podcast off your phone.
Yeah.
So that this advice cannot be traced back to us.
Before you delete the podcast, though, make sure you write it an email and tell us exactly how sick it was.
Okay, don't do this.
Don't do any of this.
Like, the joke is like funny, haha. No, we're taking an official stance. Do not OD on hard-ass drugs.
We do not condone this at all.
It won't make your VR experience better.
But let us know how it was.
Hey, you're gonna do
VR is awesome.
You're gonna do what you want to do, and I can't stop you from doing what you want to do. But I didn't tell you to do nothing.
No. But we want to know.
Look,
but not really.
But if you want to experience Res on Crocodile,
which is, by the way, Mizuguchi says is the recommended style of play.
If you need Thumper with Jenkem in your life, then I'm not going to stop you.
I've never even heard of that one. That's new
I'm
to
not
me.
going to stop you. Oh, come on, you know the Jenkem.
Jenkem?
Yeah, Jenkem.
Which saw you using it the other week.
Oh, hey, whoa.
Okay, all right. So Jenkem is the good stuff because that's the one where
we were doing letters.
Oh
no, hold on. This is important.
Welcome to Drug Corner.
Yeah. That's the good one where you get the bottle, right? And you fill the 2-liter bottle with as much human shit and sewage as possible.
Yeah.
It can't be just your own shit because it's not fetid enough. It needs to be
old shit.
The whole city's rotten shit. You put the balloon over it and tape the edge so that all the gas and vapors go straight into the balloon. Cut that bitch loose. Inhale.
You gotta leave it for a fucking while.
Yeah. Till the balloon fills itself up.
It's gotta cook.
Takes about a week. Out in the sun, let it cook in the sun. Inhale that shit.
That's just a more
Fly.
More disgusting form. That's just a more disgusting form.
I felt like a fly.
Exactly.
That's just a more disgusting form of huffing gasoline.
Well,
like,
but this is the truth.
Yeah.
Though.